Hello explorers, Kitty Explorer here, and today I am back for another cooking video from my Spicery subscription box. And today I'm cooking a Balinese meal. In today's video I'm going to go over the spices, the ingredients for the meal, tell you a little bit about the history of the meal, and then we're going to cook the meal step by step. So let's get into it. And just to let you know, on my video, I'm Kitty Explorer, and we talk about all things travel, photography, and sustainability. So make sure you subscribe so you can get into all of those topics. So let's head on over to get the ingredients. So today we are cooking a Balinese roast pork with lemongrass, rice, and Sambal Tomat. I hope I'm saying that right. So let's look at all of the spices that we have today. So first up, we did get a free sample as always, which is the shish kebab blend. And then the rest of these spices we will use in today's cooking experience. First up, we have the Urap Sayur spices. Then we have the Kecap spices, the Sambal spices, the pork spices, the chili flakes, the base ged, or I don't know how to say this, spices. And lastly, we have lemongrass quills. So let's head on over. I have already prepared the ingredients that we will need. So let me head over and show you what we will be cooking with today. So before I tell you a little bit about the ingredients and what you will need to prepare this meal, let me tell you a little bit about this meal from their card. So as always, I got the ingredient card. This is all the information we will need for today's meal. It will tell you, it will show you what the meal looks like. So this is what it should look like once we finish, hopefully. It will also tell you that it's 3 out of 5 for heat level. Takes 35 minutes to prep, 2 hours and 20 minutes to cook, and serves 4 people. And then these are all the ingredients on the inside. And then on the back, it will tell you what we need. And so we'll get into that in a minute. But here's a little bit about this recipe. In Bali, an island in Indonesia, this roast pork dish known as babi guling would traditionally be cooked for ceremonial occasions to feed over 100 people and involve roasting a whole pig. Our scaled down version used seasoned pork belly roasted in the oven to create moist meat and deliciously crisp skin. It's served with a spicy coconut sauce made from a paste called base gede or ged, I'm not sure how to say that, containing typically Indonesian spices, including lemongrass, gang legal, turmeric, and tamarind for a umami hit. We've also got 2 of Indonesia's most common table sauces. Firstly is Sambal. This version is cooked with tomato and chili. And secondly, Kecap mayonnaise, a sweet and sticky soy sauce common all throughout Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. So let me take you over to see what ingredients we'll need for today's meal. Oh, and if you read my shirt at any time during this video, I know it says teachers, what is it? Teaching is my superpower. No, I'm not a teacher, but my mom is, and she gave me the shirt because it is comfy. So I usually just wear it around the house, which is where I am, or working out. But it is a really comfortable shirt. But just want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not a teacher. I think teachers are great and they are wonderful people, but I'm not one because I don't have patience to be a teacher. But anyways, let's look at these ingredients. So these are all the ingredients I will need for today's meal. So let's go through it. So you need 1.2 kilograms of pork belly joint with skin on. So one thing about that, I don't really mess with pork. And so I Googled what I could replace with the pork. They gave a lot of different options, and one option was turkey bacon. So definitely changing this meal, and I hope it is tasty once I'm done. So I have turkey bacon here for that. But if you want to go with the pork belly, do so. Also, you need 300 grams shallots or 2 medium red onions, which you see back here. So one of them you need to have thinly sliced, as I have in this bowl, and the other one you need to have it roughly chopped. So, you know, I hope this is enough because half of this red onion was bad when I cut it open. So this is all I could get from that, unfortunately. Then you need 4 cloves of garlic, and you know how I do the garlic. So here we go. 4 cloves. You need 200 grams of green beans, trimmed and cut into 3-centimeter lengths. Then you need 150 grams of bean sprouts, which, you know, I get my groceries delivered and they decided to give me these. Then you need 6 tomatoes. You need 4 tomatoes, finely chopped. And then you need 2 tomatoes, thinly sliced. You also need half of a cucumber, peeled and thinly sliced. You need 1 lime. You need 400 milliliters of full fat coconut milk. You also need 65 milliliters of soy sauce, any type or gluten-free alternative. You'll need 80 grams of sugar, 125 grams peanuts, roasted and salted or fine. You'll need 2 tablespoons of desiccated coconut. And last but certainly not least, you need 300 grams jasmine or standard long grain rice. So I had plenty of jasmine rice in the pantry. So we got all of our ingredients. Let's get to cooking. In the first step, you're going to first start off by preheating the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or about 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you're going to pat the pork dry, or in my case, the turkey bacon, with kitchen paper or a clean tea towel. Then poke about 20 by 1 centimeter deep cuts into the flesh side. Now you're going to mix the pork spices with 1 tablespoon oil. Then rub into the flesh side of the pork, or again in my case, turkey bacon, making sure some gets into the cuts. After this step, you're going to pat the skin dry and rub in ½ teaspoon salt. Then you'll place the pork on a rack over a roasting tin lined with foil and containing 300 milliliters freshly boiled water from the kettle, then seal tightly with foil. As you can see in just a moment, I forgot to put it on foil and then I had to change everything here. So get your foil ready first before you lay it out on a pan. Now finally, you're going to roast the pork for 1 hour, 30 minutes, or until you can insert a knife into the center of the pork, or again in my case, turkey bacon, is piping hot and no pink juices are running out from it. On to step 2, where we start preparing the coconut sauce. You're going to soak the chili flakes in 50 milliliters freshly boiled water from the kettle. We are now on to step 3 for the Kecap mayonnaise. You're going to boil 50 milliliters of the soy sauce with 50 grams sugar and the Kecap spices for 5 minutes or until the liquid has reduced by 1/3 and you have a fairly thick, sticky sauce. Leave to one side. I advise great caution. I boiled until it was fairly thick and sticky, but I still think I boiled it too long because it hardened once it cooled down. So maybe not wait to that point where it is boiling and too sticky or too thick, because then you won't be able to eat it. Up next is step 4 for the Sambal Tomat. You're going to fry half of the thinly sliced shallots and half of the garlic in 2 tablespoons oil for 5 minutes or until soft. Then you're going to add the finely chopped tomatoes, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, the Sambal spices, a pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon sugar. Then cook for 10 minutes or until the tomatoes have fully broken down to form a sauce. Afterwards, you'll stir in the juice of half the lime, then leave to one side. Now we're on to step 5, which is for the Urap Sayur. First, you're going to mix the remaining thinly sliced shallots with the Urap Sayur spices, the juice of the remaining half lime, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, and a pinch of salt. Then you'll leave to marinate for 10 minutes. Next, you're going to bring a large pan of salted water to the boil, then add the green beans and bean sprouts and boil for 2 minutes or until just cooked, but retaining plenty of the crunch. Drain well, then leave to cool. While that's working, toast 50 grams of the peanuts in a dry pan, stirring continuously for 2 minutes or until they just start to darken in color, then remove from the pan. I highly advise you watch this because you can easily start to burn these peanuts if you do not continuously stir. What I don't have shown here is that using this same pan, you're going to toast the desiccated coconut for 1 minute until golden brown, then add to the toasted peanuts. Now you're going to mix the cooled green beans and bean sprouts with the toasted peanuts and coconut and marinated shallots, including all of its marinade, and leave to one side. Now we are back with the coconut sauce to finish it up. We're going to start by blending the roughly chopped shallots with the remaining garlic, the remaining 75 grams peanuts, the base gary spices, remaining 1 tablespoon sugar, the chili flakes, including all the soaking liquid, and a pinch of salt to a smooth paste, adding an extra splash of water if necessary. Then you're going to fry the paste in 2 tablespoons oil for 5 minutes or until it starts to brown and stick to the bottom of the pan. Stir in half of the coconut milk and 200 milliliters water, then simmer for 10 minutes or until thickened slightly. Leave to one side to reheat. Now we're going to cook the rice. So you're going to cook the rice with 350 milliliters water, the remaining coconut milk, the lemongrass quills, and a big pinch of salt in a covered pan for 15 minutes or until the rice is cooked through and all the liquid has been absorbed. You will then remove the lemongrass quills from the rice and fluff it up with a fork once it's finished. Okay, explorers, I have finished making this Balinese meal, so it's now time to do the taste test. So let's go through each of the items. One of the things was like a tomato, just literally basic tomato cucumber mix here, like it's a salad. I didn't put any sauce on it, it's literally straight tomato and cucumber. So I'm not even gonna taste that. We all know what tomato and cucumber tastes like, okay? Next up, this has dried up, but this is the Kecap mayonnaise. It has dry, like it's, you know, it's like a syrup. So it's like really dry. It's hard, rather, not dry, it's really hard. So I can't even taste this right now because I'll need to reheat this and warm it up. I don't even feel like dealing with this today. As you know, I replaced the pork with turkey bacon. So obviously I didn't have to cook it as long as I would have with a whole roast because these are thin slices. So this would have been the Balinese roasted pork. So let's taste it with the seasoning on it and see how it tastes. That tastes really good, actually. Next up is the Urap Sayur. And this, like, when I put the final and mixed everything together, I was like, that looks really good and it smells really good. The bean sprouts with the coconut flakes with the peanuts. So let's taste it. That's really good. I like that. Okay, this is the Sambal Tomat. So let's give this a try. It starts off kind of sweet. And at the end, it's like not sweet anymore. It's actually quite spicy, but not too spicy. Like it's spicy, but it's like manageable spice. Still kind of hot, but this I can't really show you, but you can see it from here. This is a coconut sauce. So let me give this a taste. I was expecting like a coconut taste to it, and I'm not tasting it. It almost doesn't have a taste. Like I taste some of the onion, but that's about it. The last thing is the lemongrass rice. Just fluff this up and let's see how it tastes. Can't go wrong with lemongrass rice. So now that I've done the taste test, we're gonna fast forward to tomorrow, and so you can see me put the whole meal together, see what it looks like. All right, explorers, I hope you enjoyed this Balinese roast pork with lemongrass rice and Sambal Tomat meal from the Spicery. And if you enjoyed this cooking experience and traveling from home with me, make sure you hit the like button. If you have any questions about this meal, make sure you leave it down below in the comment box, or questions about the Spicery, leave that down below in the comment box, and I will leave a link to the playlist for all of my other cooking from home, travel from home videos down below, and I'll leave the link to my first Spicery video so you can learn a little bit more about the details. Now, I also want to say, because I think someone commented on one of my previous videos about the order of the meal because they said I cooked it wrong. Mind you, I'm getting this meal from the Spicery, from that company. I am not entirely sure where they're getting their recipe from. I could probably look it up on their website. So if you want to learn where they're getting their recipes from, definitely go to their website, which I'll have linked down below, so you can learn for yourself, because I am following their recipe. I'm not making up my recipe or going off memory or anything like that. I am following their recipe. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and a notification bell so you'll be notified when all of my videos are released. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your continuous support. And lastly, make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and your social media networks so they can get in on this fun as well. And oh, make sure you head over to kitatheexplorer.darkroom.tech, because I have new photos up in my store for you to purchase so you can decorate your home or your office or wherever you want to decorate. Give someone a gift, a photo on canvas, a print and frame, whatever it may be, from my photo store from travels around the globe. So make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.